many problems, fundamental problems facing countries and people, of course, are not mainly economic or political or cultural or social. They are mainly cultural and moral. If we don't change the viewpoint, the vision that people have of themselves and of their environment, it's very difficult to solve these problems. So sometimes you may have the same feeling that I have, that we live in a crazy world. Things don't seem to go right. Everything goes wrong. Some countries believe that they are above the law, international law. We have more wars, we have cruelty, murders, for all type of reasons. So this is very disconcerting. And that's why I think we need a new approach. And that's what the book, The Code for Global Ethics, is about. It's about a new moral approach. A more formal definition of humanism is to say this is a universal philosophical viewpoint that places the emphasis on the right of people, especially the dignity and the worth of every human being, whatever its race, color, sex, or nationality. Therefore, this is a universal approach to morality. Another way to look at it is to say that humanism places its emphasis on human beings, their potential, their realization, and propose empathy between humans, compassion, sharing between people. So it's not an egoistical approach to life. Of course, it's not always difficult to leave the realm of egotism, but we believe that altruism is better than the reverse. Humanism relies on reason and logic and science to progress and have increased knowledge of our environment, our place in the universe. This is a way to increase our liberty, our prosperity with the resources that we have. So the first two principles of humanist philosophy, if you like, first, to proclaim the dignity and the worth, inherent worth of every human being, as I said, without race, color, sex, or nationality. The second is to proclaim the respect for life of every individual on earth, with no discrimination also. This is very important because what is the main property of a human being? It's his life or her life. If you remove that, you rob that person of the most important property that he or she has. Then there are two more principles, very fundamental, that uses three basic humanist values: empathy, human empathy, tolerance for individuals, and sharing between the lucky ones and the less lucky ones in society. This is unavoidable. We have to make a distinction between the rights of individuals and ideologies and ideas. Ideas and ideologies don't have rights. Humans have rights. Humanist morality preaches tolerance of individuals, but we don't have to accept what is intolerable. And what is intolerable, it's something that crushes the individual in support of a system, which can be anti-democratic, anti-liberty. Regarding sharing, this is very important also because we live in a society where the disparity between the rich and the poor is getting larger and larger and larger. We talk about the 1% making a lot of money, while 99%, especially 90%, don't make anything more than they used to make 30 years ago. The fifth one is a very wide principle. It's a no domination principle. In other words, people should attempt not to dominate other people by lies, by lying. The other sixth principle is the question of no superstition and no idolatry. So the seventh principle, the humanist principle, is to conserve the environment. According to the idea that planet Earth is the only place where humans so far can live. Therefore, a current generation doesn't own the Earth. We are renting the Earth for the next generation. And we should leave the Earth in as good a shape as we inherited from our parents. Number 8, it's regarding war of aggression. War of aggression that we thought had disappeared after 1945 when people created the United Nations. In the Charter, the UN Charter of the United Nations, it's well inscribed that launching a war of aggression is illegal. It's illegal. Number 9 says, if we believe in the dignity of worth of every individual, the corollary principle is that every adult individual, should be able to participate in the power in their country. They should be participant in the government, participatory democracy. And the other is very important, is the importance of education. So education is more important. Then the access of education should be more easy. As I said in the book, no young person should be denied an education just for monetary reason. Of course, humans are the most advanced because we have a cortex that makes us more intelligent, and that's why we conquer the earth. But it doesn't mean that we should eradicate everything in the earth because we are more intelligent. On the contrary, we should behave more morally because we are more intelligent. Because to be moral is to be intelligent. And conversely, to be intelligent is to be moral. Humanist code of conduct says it says the same rule for every human beings. Same rights, but the same responsibility. It's obvious that the world now faces a moral dilemma, because with technology advancing so fast, with the earth getting smaller and smaller, it's of course that many people live an easier life now. We travel a lot. The economic productivity is higher for many people, and therefore this is a good thing. So it's a big moral dilemma, and we need a code to police that type of competition. So my last conclusion will be a very simple idea. As human beings, we are 7 billion of us, we live on the same smaller planet, and we should learn how to survive and progress as the same human race together.